Dust and dandelions. The Martian wind wasn't really wind at all, not like Earth's. It whispered in thin rasps, skimming over the colony's domes and fluttering against the reinforced glass like dry breath. It carried with it no moisture, only rust-red dust that coated everything in time. Inside New Ares colony, the first fully self-sustained Martian habitat, Layla Moreno tapped away at her console in the botany wing, surrounded by green, the rarest color on the planet. Outside, the thick dome, nothing lived. Inside her lab, leaves unfurled toward artificial sunlight, and yellow dandelions, Earth's humble weed, blossomed in Martian soil. It was Layla's 5th year on Mars. Born in Buenos Aires, she had volunteered for the Mars mission to escape, a life she never felt connected to. Crowded cities, bureaucratic careers, and the looming climate collapse back home. Mars, brutal and bare, offered a strange kind of freedom. Dandelions are thriving, she recorded into her log. Their roots are adapting to the modified soil blend faster than projected, suggest testing outdoor conditions in the next cycle. She looked up at the tiny yellow flowers and smiled. "You little rebels," she whispered. Elsewhere in the colony, Commander Riku Tanaka paced along the transparent observation corridor. The colony spanned across a dusty plateau near Valles Marineris, the giant canyon slicing through Mars like a scar. With Earth's satellite delay now over 20 minutes each way, Riku had more autonomy than most Earthbound leaders ever would. It was a strange weight, being so alone and yet responsible for 212 lives. Today, something unusual was happening. There were signals, blips detected just beyond the colony's perimeter. Nothing mechanical, rhythmic, repeating pulses that didn't match any known natural phenomena. Most of the team dismissed them as solar interference or static echoes, but Riku had learned to listen to his gut. He summoned Layla via comm. "Botanist. Moreno," he said, "suit up. You're coming on a perimeter recon." Suited in reflective exogear and magnetic boots, Layla trudged through the dust beside Commander Riku and 2 engineers. They passed the water extraction fields and crossed a half-frozen dune. "Why me?" she asked, her voice crackling in her helmet. "You're our top biologist," Riku replied. "And if what we find is biological, I want someone who'll know it when they see it." They reached the signal's location, a small crater, barely 30 meters wide. In its center, a patch of darkened soil, blacker than Mars' usual rust red. Layla knelt down, her heart thumping. She scraped a bit of the soil into a sealed canister. It was damp, impossible. Back in the lab, analysis confirmed it. Organic material, carbon chains, microbial life. "Commander," Layla breathed into the comm, "this changes everything. It wasn't just proof of life on Mars. It was the first sign that Mars might still be alive." Over the following weeks, excitement rippled through the colony like solar flares. Earth dispatched high-priority messages, media across the globe erupted. New Ares became humanity's beating heart of hope. But as Layla studied the samples further, she noticed something troubling. The microbes responded aggressively to Earth. Plant DNA, they consumed plant cells in simulations, not symbiosis, competition. "They're not just alien," she told Riku. "They're territorial." Worse still, the microbes had already drifted into the edge of New Ares' agricultural dome. Air filtration showed spores. "Do we burn the field?" one engineer asked. Riku hesitated. If they destroyed the crops, it could destabilize the colony's food supply. But if they didn't? "We isolate the zone," Layla said. "Quarantine and observe." Weeks passed. The dandelions withered. Tomatoes grew mold. Even hydroponic systems began showing signs of contamination. The alien microbes were adapting fast. It became clear Martian life was not passive. Riku convened the council. "We came here believing Mars was dead. We were wrong. And now we're guests in a living world that's rejecting us. Some argued for evacuation, others for containment. Layla stood up. What if we're not supposed to conquer Mars? What if we learn to coexist? She proposed a radical experiment. Hybridization. Using gene editing, they would merge Earth and Martian DNA, create new life forms, capable of bridging both ecosystems. It was dangerous, unpredictable, but it was the only path that didn't end in retreat or extinction. Riku approved it. Months passed. Inside the sealed biodome, Layla cultivated the first Martian-Earth hybrid plant. It had red stems, blue leaves, and dandelion-shaped flowers that shimmered faintly under ultraviolet. They called it the Mars blossom. It grew without decay. It filtered carbon dioxide efficiently. And in a symbolic act witnessed by billions on Earth, Layla placed a Mars blossom in the center of the once contaminated crater. It survived. Years later, the colony expanded. Mars blossoms now lined habitat paths and grew in meal packs. Layla became the first Martian-born citizen of Earth descent to hold dual planetary citizenship. And in her quarters, near a window overlooking the Valles Marineris sunset, she kept a pressed yellow dandelion inside a frame, a reminder of where it all began. "We didn't terraform Mars," she wrote in her memoir. "We let it terraform us." The above is a story created by imagination that is not true until now, 2025, because humans are still testing the processes of living and existing on the surface of Mars. Thank you for watching the channel, and hope you will like or comment if you like this content. Thank you very much.